Namaste everybody. I'm here to share with you a 30 minutes routine for the senior members in your lives, people who are 60 plus. I'm hoping to share the practices that will be safe for all bodies. I'm going to be using a massage table here, which is going to indicate your bed at your home or something which is a little firm, not a plush sofa. We would not want to use that. We also have a chair here which is placed on a yoga mat so that your chair is safe for your practice. So we'll start laying down your morning routine. I will put in some of the routines that you may do in your midday, something closer to your night. So I'm going to break down the practices, easy to follow. You can do some of these in the morning, some of these in the midday, some of them in the night time. I hope that you practice and let me know how this goes for you. Let's begin. So imagine that you are in your bed in the morning. So when you wake up in the morning, your eyes still closed. You're aware that you're awake. Just taking in a few breaths, noticing the body, just how it lands this morning. And then with your hands coming in closer to your nostrils, just taking a few breaths, sensing which nostril may be more active at this moment. And if front of the hands does not pick up the sensations, you may also try the back of your hands. Breathe into it. And if both the nostrils are equally active, just becoming aware of it. And say your right nostril is more active than your left, then pick that side to roll over to, eyes still closed. If both nostrils are active, you may pick your side to roll over to. So you're rolling over to the side. As you turn over, just kind of pausing here for 5 to 10 breaths, not rushing. This will help to normalize your blood pressure, will prevent any postural related discrepancy in your blood pressure, any falls related to that, so it will prevent that. So once you roll over, you're breathing 5 to 10 breaths. Then you're going to press yourself up, nice and easy. Come up seated. And allow your legs to outstretch. You can place your hands behind you. And just looking at your toes, noticing your toes, starting with the practice of just toe bending, Padanguli Naman, squeezing and curling your toes down, and pulling it towards you, spreading those toes wide. And just a few times waking up those feet, releasing any joint congestion. Then moving on to the ankles, waking up the ankles, Gulf Naman. Also rotating those ankles, Gulf Chakra. Just start to awaken your knees and your hips before you leave the bed. A few times, windshield wiping your legs, waking them up. And making your legs to bend, right leg. A few times, left leg, a few times. Maybe both knees can bend, sitting up a little bit taller, moving our body side to side, decongesting our spine, then moving our knees up and down, nice and easy. Joints can be pretty stiff in the morning. And asking your legs to extend out. Just a few movements forward and back, releasing any lower back stiffness, tension. Notice that I'm bending my knees for this practice. You can also put a pillow underneath to keep your lower back safe, forward and back a few times. Then we sit up tall. Crisscross applesauce is an option. You could do that. You could also keep your legs out straight with a pillow underneath your knees. and with gentle rotating the body side to side with gentle movements, nothing too big. Then as you find your center after that, moving your shoulders, skanda chakra, any movements in your shoulders that feels good. You could do rotations like I'm doing, or you could move your shoulders up and down. You can also feel like you have wings of the butterfly, moving your shoulders back and forward. And then finding a seated position after those joints have been catered to. The next practice is called gulping or swallowing motions with your throat. As we get older, the ability for us to swallow goes down. We cough when food is going into the wrong spaces around your throat. We also end up choking on our foods. So these practices can help maintain the health of your throat. So we're going to gulp and as if you're swallowing water or food. We're going to do this without the actual intake of food or water. So just sitting tall and allowing your chin to lift up towards the ceiling at a comfortable place. You need not look super high and tense up your neck. So chin up so high so that the back of the neck feels not tense. And please understand that when we get older, our neck and shoulders, they tend to be very stiff. So we do not want to exaggerate this motion. So slight chin up is enough. Keeping the mouth closed, imagine you are swallowing food. Try this 5 to 10 times. And what you're doing is you're gulping saliva. Don't forget to breathe. And then same thing, chin down, keeping the back tall, gulp 5 to 10 times. Head back to the center, take a pause. This practice will help dysphagia, or it's a preventative technique, one of the preventative techniques for dysphagia. You could also gargle in the morning. Gargling is an excellent process, a very simple thing, warm water, salted warm water, to keep your throat muscles strong and also help phlegm development. It also helps your immunity. So you could gargle in the morning to help that. You could also do the practice of this simple technique of swallowing. Don't forget to breathe. Moving on, after the practice, we're going to move into our hands, practice of the hands. So noticing that I'm bringing my palms forward facing. You could do that forward facing. You could stretch your arms out. Stretching the arms out may lead a little bit more tension to your shoulders and your elbows, so I'm keeping them soft and right in front of my body, and I'm curling my fingers down and bringing them up. There are a few ways to do it. When you curl them down, notice that there's a halfway bend. Practicing a halfway bend to help increase your grip strength. So you're going to halfway bend with your exhale. Inhale, you're going to stretch your fingers out. And if this is painful at any point, go to a place where your joints don't hurt. So you're going to squeeze your fingers halfway, so making a paw, and then inhale, stretching them out. Exhale, curl them down. Inhale, stretch them. Exhale, curl them down. Inhale, stretch them. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Now try to go all the way in a fist. Halfway, and then close that fist. Halfway, then open the fist. Exhale, halfway. Inhale, halfway, open. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. release. Just noticing the joints in your palms, some energy shift in your hand, just noticing. And pausing is important. So in case there is any pain, you are aware of it. You can move at a place, at a pace, at a place, to a place where your joints are not feeling painful. Moving on, this is going to be making a duck face with your hands. So your forefingers are going to zip together, your thumbs are separate, all the fingers, all 10 fingers are straight, and you're going to start to bring them towards each other and open them. Close them and open them. Close them and open them. Close them and open them. Keep breathing. I'm going to do this 20 to 30 times. You're going to spread your fingers wide, as far apart as you can. Then bring your fingers all towards each other. Inhale, spread them apart. Exhale, bring them together. Inhale, spread them apart. Exhale, bring them together. Inhale, spread apart. Exhale together. One more, spread apart. Exhale together and relax your palms. So working on your hands, working on the grip. It's very important as it is a sign of healthy body. A grip strength can also tell us about somebody's cardiovascular health. It can also tell us about somebody's mental health. So when we work on our grip strength, we are working on to prevent cardiovascular problems and also helping our memory as per the research. So if you're in your 40s, if you are watching this video, I would highly, highly recommend working on your grip strength. People who are older, people who are 60, 70, if you have arthritis, definitely working on the simpler joint movements before you start to bring in weights in your practice. Be safe, be mindful during the progression of your practice. All right, moving on. Elbows. From your fingers, we're going to move on to our wrists. So Mushtika Bandha Chakra. You're going to bring the thumb to the base of your little finger. Now if that's hard for you, you can keep it outside. And if you can bring your fingers, thumbs to the inside, fingers curl over, straight, tight grip, and begin to rotate your joints, rotate your wrists. And notice I'm not going, all rotation is not from my arms, from my shoulders. My shoulders are fixed, my elbow is pointing outwards, and my rotation is only around my wrists. Small to big. A few times. And then relaxing. Bringing this over to our elbows, bringing your hands to face you and moving the hands, just the forearm in circles. Notice my shoulder is not moving, my body is not moving. I'm only moving my forearm around my elbow joint a few times, and you can reverse it. Now these practices are taken from our Pavan Muktasana 1 series from the Bihar School of Yoga. If you are aware of the school, these practices are taken from Bihar School of Yoga, the Pavan Muktasana 1 series. Now we're going to move to the opposite side, the elbows. I find this extremely helpful with frozen shoulders, with wrist pain, joint pains around your upper body. So if something feels painful, avoid or go smaller, or simply avoid. If it's painful today, start with your wrist. You don't have to go to your shoulders, your elbows. Start small and progress slowly, mindfully. Coming back, the next one is the shoulder joint. With our shoulders, our hands touching the shoulders, that's possible. If it's not possible, you could keep your hands just simply on your knees and begin to rotate your shoulders forward and back. If your hands are able to touch your shoulders, you're going to hold that and begin circling around your shoulder joints. And then pausing. Moving on, our next practice to be done seated. Please know that I've been able to sit like this crisscross applesauce for a very long time now. For some of us, this is hard, so readjusting, pausing, it's always important to listen to your body. You can also stack your pillows behind you, scooch up towards the pillows, rest and practice pain-free. So we're going to move to the next practice before we leave the bed. We're going to be coming to our Bhramari practice. Now Bhramari or bee's breath is a practice that is done with a mudra as well, the Shanmukhi mudra. I'm not putting it in this video. Like I said, I'm making this video accessible to all bodies, so I'm trying to keep it friendly for people who have arthritis, blood pressure, heart related conditions, hypertension. So anybody who has these can also practice these practices safely. Coming to the practice of Bhramari, we're sitting at ease, hands are on the knees. As you're inhaling, simply bringing that breath into the body. When we exhale, we bring in a humming bee's breath sound and try to get that vibration or the resonance around your sinus pockets, around your frontal lobe, right here. So if it's a deeper vibration, you feel it in your throat, you feel it in your chest, play with the vibrations and bring it to a place where you feel it around your eye sockets, around your sinuses, around your temporal, so around your forehead. The vibration is right around the eyes area. Hands on the knees, you take a breath in. Four more. After the practice of Bhramari, it's important to pause, to stay breathing naturally, just observing how the body responded to the practice. Bhramari will help increase focus, helps increase your memory. If you are prone to allergies, there's constant rhinitis, there's sinusitis. When we are practicing Bhramari on a daily basis, you can help manage these conditions, but also prevent. And the body will be able to recover faster from falling ill. Bhramari is an excellent daily practice. This was 5 times. But if you're working with, oh, I have blood pressure, I have hypertension, I would do it longer. So if you're doing Bhramari for these conditions, I say you are also experiencing memory problems, memory issues, remembering things is harder, I would definitely practice Bhramari for a longer period of time. Set timer for 3 minutes, set timer for 5 minutes. But sitting practice, Bhramari is important. Please do not lay down and practice Bhramari. Again, avoid practicing Bhramari laying down. Bhramari will help reduce your blood pressure. When you are laying down, say suddenly you just have to get up and walk out of your bed or sofa, wherever you are practicing Bhramari, it's a high chance. The chances of us falling because of our blood pressure discrepancy increases. Hence, Bhramari should be done seated or standing. Please don't do Bhramari laying down. We're going to get down. So, leaving the bed, finishing your morning routines. You can do all of these if you have time, or you could do some of these practices on your bed if you have time. So depending upon how much time you have, what would you like to introduce, please select your options. Moving on. So I'm finding a place where I have support. So fall is absolutely something we would like to avoid. So please, let's not challenge ourselves. We would progress safely and see where we are today. So notice that I'm pressing my hands down towards the chair. I'm not pulling it backwards. My hands are pressing the chair downwards, and I'm starting to feel my feet into the floor. And very gently moving my body forward and back, again holding support. And then as my body moves towards my toes, I'm lifting my heels up and sending my heels back down. Inhale 9, exhale down. Inhale 8, exhale down. Inhale 7, exhale down. Inhale 6, exhale down. Inhale 5, exhale down. Inhale 4, exhale down. Inhale 3, exhale down. Inhale 2, exhale down. Inhale 1, exhale down. Now, I could also do this sitting in a chair, getting my heels to raise. Say standing is not an option for me. Then how do you do this practice? You're going to be sitting in your chair, firm chair, seat, tall back, shoulders back and down, your knees right above your ankles. Now start to raise your heels off the floor and gently bring your heels back and down, up and down, raising your heels. This will help us get stronger muscles in the legs, so helps us keep us balanced, avoiding falls, and it will also help with your blood sugar management. So you could do this standing, you could also do this after meals. So you're watching TV, you could do this. And I'm not giving you a number. I would start with smaller numbers and slowly increase the counts, because you're going to have stronger calf muscles, so we don't want to tire them out right away. Yes, there are a lot of benefits in heel raises, but we'll again progress mindfully. Okay, so after your heel raises, the other midday morning practice could be lifting your legs off the floor like a seated march. The practices are to give you stronger hip muscles so that you are balanced. It also gives you suppler hips, so if you have nice and open hips, your back will be less tensed, less achy. And you could do this 10 sets. And if this is hard, you could always use support of the chair to raise those legs up. After the practice of your leg raises, please take a pause. For ones who can do this standing, again, progress mindfully. After your seated practice, you could start your heel, your thigh raises or marches. Again, taking support of the chair, finding that balance and raising one leg at a time and noticing how that goes for you. You can have support on both sides to practice your leg raises. Okay, moving on. Our next practice. It's important to have the sense of balance in the body as we get over, again to avoid falls. So research is showing that our lifestyle changes after we have a fall, and to avoid falling, it's important to have the sense of balance, strong feet, strong balance, strong hips, and these exercises helps you maintain or move towards the balance that we are seeking. After our leg raises, we could get our balance practice, so sitting down, we could have that one leg come up. And that's hard for you. Hold the leg with your hands and get it up. Flex at your ankles to engage your tibia, your calves, holding it there. Keeping your shoulders down, so if you're lifting your legs up and you're finding your shoulders are crunching upwards, keeping them down, and then releasing it. Say 5 breaths, practicing the same on the other side. Flexing at the ankles, keeping them strong. Don't forget to breathe. Releasing. Same thing standing. Again, taking that support, bringing your heel up, getting that strong sense of balance on that one leg before you raise that leg up. Continue to breathe. You can have hands on both sides, looking for that support. And say you've practiced this for a good month, you can always start releasing one side, then the other, not at the expense of falling. Again, we don't want those ankles to be super wobbly. So build strength before you start to challenge yourself with that balance. Again, 5 breaths. You can switch sides, never in a hurry. We're getting that firm grounding. So if we have been battling diabetes and say you have neuropathy, and again understanding the sense of balance, never taking things for granted, pressing your feet down firmly into the floor, using that support, getting the heel up. We can stay right here for 10 days, 20 days, how much longer it takes for us to sense that whole leg pressing down to the floor. Back is tall, and then we may be able to lift that leg off the floor one day. Our goal is not to have everything done in one day, right? So we are working towards having this body we can enjoy longer. So it's not really a sprint. There's nothing to finish here. There's no end here. So it's constantly moving forward with that understanding that today my body is able to do this, I'll meet my body here today. So we never get just one shot. There's so many more chances we can give to ourselves. And then bringing your legs down. Okay, moving on. So as we're sitting, allowing your body to face forward just with one leg. Choose your leg. So to open the leg to the side without the whole body turning to the side. Noticing the access at the hips you get. So you're going to open with your inhale, exhale, close. Inhale, open, exhale, close. Inhale, open, exhale, close. Inhale, open, exhale, close. Same thing on the opposite side. Inhale, open, exhale, close. Inhale, open, exhale, close. Inhale, 3, exhale, close. Inhale, 2, exhale, close. Inhale, 1, exhale, close. Again, your range of motion, be very mindful. Maybe this is all we get today. Maybe this is all we get today. But your range of motion according to your hips ability. Always pausing to notice what shows up. Alright, moving to a twist practice in a chair. So, you're going to sit with your knees pointing to the direction of any side. You can pick, you have the back of the chair. You can hold the back of the chair to pull back with your shoulder to get into a twist. a few times, just releasing the back. And noticing that you may also want to hold sometimes. That feels good in the body. You don't have to move constantly. And then if you're choosing to look at the screen while doing this, notice if your neck can go, and just follow the direction of the shoulder that moved so that you can play with the movement of the neck and not keep your eyes, your neck fixed at the screen. Move slowly and release. Going to the other side, same thing. So first working with the range of motion, nice and easy. And once we say choose to hold our neck, just noticing the movement of the neck, the range of motion. And again, moving slow with this. As we get older, the cervical joint will be pretty sensitive. And if moving your neck doesn't feel good, you can keep it steady at a place where it feels good. And then releasing back to the center. And just pausing. All right, going to move down into a forward bending. Sitting in a chair and forward bending is a safer practice than we'll just do sitting and forward bending today. So you're going to keep our hands on the thighs, allow the abdomen to rest on the thighs. As we come down, chest is towards the knees. We're looking down towards the floor, so we avoid looking at the screen anymore. And then we allow the hands to gently come down towards the floor and the neck heavy. And breathe into the back body. 3, 2, 1. Before you're coming up, you're first going to place your hands on the thighs, and then you're going to press yourself up, taking support and coming up. Again, noticing if you're feeling dizzy, avoid going down again the second time. You can repeat the practice a couple of times, taking support of the hands to press yourself up. All right, so we're all seated in our chair. We're going to take our shoulders up and down a few times. 2, 1, exhale. We can do a seated arm stretch practice. Raising your arms above the head level will help increase the health of your heart, and it's also going to help the ability for you to breathe better as it opens up the ribs, it opens up the congestion between the shoulders and the ribs and the lower back. The whole lifting process will decongest the energy blockages, or like I keep saying congestion. When I say congestion, it's not just the phlegm that I'm talking about. It's also talking about the clogged up energy, stiffness in the body, where your muscles feel tight and all just congested. That's why I keep using the word congested in that sense. So this is how I would do my arm raise practice. It's going to be slow, mindful, because we don't know how the shoulders and the neck would react to this. So I'm going to raise my shoulders up first and bring them down, up and bring them down, and allow the arms to rest beside the body. I'm going to turn the arms forward and then raise the arms up and then bring the arms down. So notice what I did with my arms. I'm not bringing them forward enough, because again, this is going to be more for everybody. This is a more accessible way to do arm raises. I'm going to relax my arms beside the body. I'm going to turn the palms outwards and then raise the arms up with my inhale. Exhale, bring my arms down. Inhale, raising the arms up. Exhale, bring them down. Now when I'm raising my arms up, I'm also very mindful that I'm not curling up my spine. I'm not bringing my chin down to raise my arms up. So as we get older, because of the postural differences, our body may want to compensate for these movements. So we are mindful of it. Very important to keep the spine tall. Say today, my arms are going up and my neck starts to stoop right here to raise the arms up. So I'm watching myself do it. You're watching yourself in a mirror to do it, but you're aware of what you're doing, very important. So I'm going to keep my neck tall. Instead of forcing my arm up, I'm going to bring my arms down. So you're here for 10 days, 12 days. Lifting up and you suddenly start to feel your arms have gotten up more. From here, the neck starts to stoop. Your back starts to round to get that access. I would again stop. Without forcing, I'll bring them down. It's going to take a month, maybe a month and a half, maybe 2 months. But then the back sits taller when the arms go up. Without compensation, you will start to notice that the arms are lifting up. It may take longer. I urge you to notice your practice without just following the video, noticing what's happening with your body so that you can mindfully increase the range of motion in your body, not at the expense of pain or hurting yourself. So again, your arms can be here, and that's all the range of motion I would get for maybe 6 months, 7 months. I'll be okay with that. I'm going to inhale, lift my arms up, exhale, bring my arms down. And just watching that range of motion increase. It's important that we are mindful of our practice. Finishing those arm raises, I'm going to scooch back in my chair. Just noticing the response of the practice in this body. Towards the night time, before I go to bed. A few practices that you can do. This is a practice which is prone. Prone means stomach down practice. Your palm and palm can rest under your forehead. Your nose is free to breathe. We are putting the body in a space that it can just breathe in. We don't have to do anything else with our body. So we are practicing Makarasana. One of the forms of Makarasana, palm on palm. Forehead resting on the back of the hands, nose free to breathe. Where is the breath? The breath is in the lower half of the body. So you breathe into the belly and you feel your lower half, lower back expanding with your breath. When you're doing this practice, you may also set a timer for yourself, 3 minutes. You can set a timer for yourself, maybe 5 minutes if that's what you have. But breathing into your belly and breathing out. This will help increase your pulmonary health, which is your ability to breathe better, your ability to use your lungs better. It will also help your lower back, with your spine health. It will also help your spine health. It helps to decongest this lower back. And the next practice is Ardhvasana. Ardhvasana is a face down Shavasana. So if this is comfortable, you may stay right here, or you can move into your forehead down practice where your arms are forward and simply continue to breathe into this posture. Now, because some of us may find it harder to be with our forehead directly on the bed, it's important that we could do our hand under hand just like before. You could also place a folded blanket under your head to raise the surface up when you're breathing into this posture. That is able to be able to breathe in your practice. So no matter what you choose, the body should be able to breathe. Now notice how the shoulders are forward, and this can be hard for us as we get older. So if this is hard for you, your elbows can also be bent, your forehead resting, and you're breathing again there in your lower back. This practice is excellent for helping tightness around the cervical spine. So if we have neck tension, we have upper back tension, we have shoulder tension, it's an excellent practice for helping those areas. Very good for helping sleep better. So this practice is also used for sleep management. Next practice, I'm keeping my hands like a 90-degree angle. I'm going to bring my left ear on the bed and bring my left knee, left ear on the bed and my right knee up, and just breathe into this practice. It's very helpful for achy legs, achy lower back. These practices will also help to calm down blood pressure and help your sleep, manage sleep. I will do 5 to 10 breaths each side. So nice and easy, sending your legs back, turning your head over to the other side, bringing the other knee up. Continue to breathe, 5 to 10 breaths. So flip over, face the ceiling. So while in bed, getting one leg to hug into the chest. You can also do both knees bent. Start with both knees bent. So we are mindfully moving, progressing. So this feels good in the body, it feels good in the body. I would hug, then straighten my legs out. Release. Again, hug, then straighten my legs out. If you're straightening your legs out and you're feeling your neck is getting pulled the other way, then we are again pushing the body to do something that the body is not ready for. Again, noticing your practice as you're practicing. Keeping your chin down. There's no problem in the neck. There's nothing getting tucked in the shoulders, nothing getting tucked in the neck. I'm able to straighten my leg out. Then I will progress there. Otherwise, keeping the knees bent. Simple Pavanottasana stage 1 practice. Just when you're moving, pose. You can do both knees. So when I'm taking my legs up, notice I'm not lifting my neck up and bringing my legs in. So keeping my chin down, bring one leg at a time into the body. Maybe the hands go under the knees and we're going to gently massage the back. You can also move in circles. So feet resting down. Gently bring your knees over to one side. Side to side, releasing. Important to get some twists in our spine. Our spine moves in certain ways. 6 ways that the spine moves. To get all the movements in our body, our spine will be happy, it will be healthy. So after those twists, you're allowing the body to rest. Keeping your hands on the belly. Here we are going to count 11 belly breaths, just allowing the belly to rise into our hands with our inhale and fall into our back with our exhale. Keeping mindful count of your breaths will help you with your memory, help you with your attention, excellent for digestion, calming the nervous system, will help you with your sleep, bringing down your blood pressure. Just simple belly breaths. So that's our practice. I aim to do this again. I hope to do this again and bring you your practices. Practice with me. Let me know how this went for you. And if something was challenging, something was helpful, please let me know so that I can serve you better. Again, thank you for watching this and being able to follow and hopefully continuing to do this every single day, progressing slowly, mindfully, and I will see you healthier, calmer, more peaceful. Namaste.